Okay, so this topic is going fucking nuclear in the Battlefield community right now, and it's like an absolute bloodbath. Friends are turning on friends. It's just crazy, man. And it all started with this post in the Battlefield subreddit titled, "Unpopular opinion, sliding doesn't belong in Battlefield." What's crazy too is this post has way more engagement on it than the actual leaked footage posts have. And I mean by like thousands and thousands of upvotes and comments. So here's the deal. I'm going to talk about it. I have some pretty strong opinions and a bit more of a nuanced insight that I don't really see anyone else talking about. But I can almost guarantee that half of you watching this right now are going to disagree with me. So if you do, please, just leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, okay? I'm a big boy. I can take it. I am more than happy to go to war with you in the comment sections. And who knows, you might even change my mind. But please don't just dislike the video if you disagree, because that is no fun, okay? Like, if you really want to dislike, go for it, man. You have all the freedom in the world to do that, but it's just not fun to me. Like, I want to hear your opinion on this, and I have a feeling the comment section is going to go insane in this video. Really quick though, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like button. It does help me a lot, and subscribe for more Battlefield content because it's all I play here, brother. Okay, so if you enjoy that and you're a Battlefield fan, make sure to stick around for more Battlefield videos. Here's the deal. I think the reason a lot of people get upset with the idea of sliding in a Battlefield game goes a lot deeper than just, "Oh bro, you're bad at the game." Because I actually don't think the majority of people that don't want sliding are just bad at the game, okay? Like, to me, it's not that black and white. Now, there's definitely probably a small percentage where that's the case. Like, to be honest, here's a quick example for myself. I fucking hate Fortnite. And the reason I hate Fortnite is not what you think. It's because I might be the worst Fortnite player in the world, specifically when it comes to building. I don't give a shit about learning how to get better at building. So thus, I am terrible at that game, and I suck, bro. I'm straight. I suck at Fortnite. So I don't want to play it, and I am 100% okay with sucking at Fortnite. So I do believe there is a small minority that needs to be honest with themselves and admit you're just not that good, bro, at using movement in a video game with sliding. And because of that, your fun factor and your gameplay suffers. It just is what it is, bro. Like, for some people just don't want to play that way and use movement to increase their skill level. And that's fine, whatever. Okay, I don't care. Continue to suck in a game that has sliding because you don't want to learn it. Like, I'm not even trying to judge you right now. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Just be honest with yourself. But again, I think that's the minority. The majority of people that don't want sliding are probably fine at the game, okay? Like, and I'm gonna address this in just a second, but the other one I see a lot too is that sliding breaks immersion. And the weird thing with that one is, personally, I don't think sliding in a Battlefield game has ever broken my immersion while playing the game. Even with 2042, where sliding is considered the most, like, it's not even actually, but it's considered the most toxic it's ever been in the series, I never even notice when people are sliding because I'm way more focused on hitting my shots or just trying not to die. Like, Battlefield 1, for an example as well, is probably considered the most immersive Battlefield game ever. That never happens where I'm playing Battlefield 1 and the airship is burning down and falling from the sky and everyone's fighting over the last flag and breakthrough and there's explosions everywhere, and then someone slides and I'm like, man, fuck this game. You know what I mean? Like, no. So here's the deal. Your problem is not with sliding alone. That is a cop-out, bro, okay? Your real problem is that you're conflating the concept of sliding with bad Battlefield games. And the thing is, if we're talking just that alone, you actually have a pretty valid point, somewhat. After 2042, everyone really just wants a good Battlefield game again, right? Like, that is something we can all agree on. And for most of us, when you think of a good Battlefield game in the past, you instantly think of Battlefield 3 and 4, which coincidentally did not have sliding. The issue is, though, the fact that Battlefield 3 didn't have sliding is not what made the game good, okay? And 2042 having sliding isn't what made the game bad. Battlefield 3 was extremely authentic visually. It had great gunplay, fantastic maps, fun game modes, excellent post-launch content. I mean, Battlefield 3 was just iconic, okay? They're never going to be able to, it's just going to be the best Battlefield game forever. Like, they're never going to be able to recreate Battlefield 3 exactly, you know? Battlefield 2042, on the other hand, was extremely broken, didn't even launch with a class system or scoreboard. The map sucked at launch, and it wasn't even a Battlefield game, bro. Like, this thing was a hero shooter at launch. So those are the two extreme examples, right? But let's go more middle of the road, okay? Just to be fair. Battlefield 5 was a mediocre game, okay? Let's just say that. It was fine, okay? It launched pretty bad. The way they chose to portray World War II was really strange. Content was lackluster. Firestorm died right away, and it was the first Battlefield title to go live service, so that shit was whack, okay? Battlefield 5 was just kind of a weird one, right? Like, it just was weird. It still felt like a Battlefield game though, right? And by the end of its life cycle, it was pretty fun. The Pacific War maps were awesome. Iwo Jima might be my favorite breakthrough map of all time. But here's the kicker. When that game came out, almost everyone, okay, agreed that the one thing it did right was the movement, okay? It just felt good, especially releasing after Battlefield 1, which had incredibly slow movement compared to the rest of the series. 5 just felt responsive, you know? It was smooth. You could traverse the map nicely. The animations were immersive, and the movement system still felt really grounded. And guess what? Battlefield 5 had sliding. And I do not recall a huge debate on the sliding when that game came out, because that's not why the game was received in such a mixed way. It's because Battlefield 5 was just kind of weird, you know? So in my opinion, one of the problems with sliding for people who don't want sliding isn't necessarily the sliding itself. It's that you're so scared they're going to fuck up this next game, and you're nostalgic as fuck for the glory days of Battlefield 3, that if they dare do anything different, you think it's gonna be bad. Now, this isn't to say that movement isn't important in the game, because it 100% is, right? Like, the movement system in a video game can literally make or break the game, because if you have bad movement, you will consequently have terrible gameplay, okay? It will not be fun. You'll never want to play the game. And that's why, although I love Battlefield 1 as a Battlefield game, I sometimes have a tough time playing that game because the movement is just so slow and unresponsive that, like, I end up getting pretty frustrated playing that game. Like, I have to change my entire play style whenever I play Battlefield 1, and it's solely because of the movement system in that game. It takes me like 2 to 3 matches to adapt to Battlefield 1, and it's not that it's bad, right? It's just different. And yeah, it's hard to explain, but movement can definitely determine your enjoyment of a game. But here's the thing, choosing to focus and complain about sliding makes no sense to me, okay? Because sliding alone isn't the entire movement system of a video game, unless it's like completely broken, okay? And I'll be honest, I don't think there's a Battlefield game that has like a completely broken Apex Legends type hyperslide that ruins the game. Even with 2042, if you're gonna take issue with that game, you should be more mad at the jump mechanic and the tack sprint, bro, because that's truly what makes that game feel more floaty and fast. Like, trust me, if you know, you can exploit the shit out of that. But it's not just sliding. It's the entire design philosophy of that game. 2042's movement system was designed entirely to be faster than most of the other Battlefield games because of the original 128 player focus for the maps. So they needed players to be able to traverse large distances faster in this game on foot to compensate for the bigger maps. And if you took the slide out of Battlefield 2042, for example, do you think that game just instantly gets better than it is right now? Like, no. In fact, I think it would probably be worse. And let's just keep going with that. Let's say Battlefield 3 had sliding. Do you really think it would have instantly been bad because of that? Like, just be honest with yourself. Don't just say yes because you disagree with me, okay? Think about it. And if you still think yes, Battlefield 3 would have been bad with sliding, let me know why in the comments down below, because honestly, at that point, I think you're just being dishonest. Trust me, if you do feel that, I do want to hear what you have to say. But to me, if Battlefield 3 had sliding, it would have still been just as good, okay? Like, it would have played maybe a tad bit different, but it most likely would have matched the rest of the game's movement feel anyway, that it wouldn't have been like game breaking or anything. And the thing with this argument that's like doesn't make sense to me is you're like completely focusing on the wrong thing. This is a waste of time, bro. Like, you think sliding is what makes the game bad, which is so far from the actual reality of the situation, it's insane. No, sliding in a Battlefield game isn't why you can't win as an attacker in Kaleidoscope when the final flag is on the rooftop. Sliding in the game is not why the literal input of the game when you're aiming is broken. Sliding does not destroy your ability to flank the enemy team and be strategic with your squad mates, okay? Like, in my opinion, this is the thing. The energy behind your outrage is valid, but you're just placing it in the wrong direction, man. And I think another fear with the whole sliding thing is that people are worried that this game is going to become like Call of Duty. Oh my God, Call of Duty. I really don't think that's happening right now, okay? Like, I even look at these leaks that we are getting and the slide looks so fucking mid, okay? Like, it doesn't even look that viable as an option. But here's a question. Do you think everything Call of Duty does as a game is bad? Like, I'm not asking if you like to play the game, but is everything about Call of Duty bad? Because if you're just gonna say yes to that, then you genuinely aren't approaching this topic honestly. Because, for example, the fact that you can reload while aiming down sights is from Call of Duty. So should that be removed from the next Battlefield game? What about sprinting? Guess who did that first? Call of Duty. You know, like, I know I'm kind of being cheeky here, right? But like genuinely, if you're just gonna get mad at anything that is in the game that Call of Duty also does, you should just stop playing games in general, all right? Because this is just how the industry works. A game sets trends and everyone else adapts. Now, to be very clear, I do not want Battlefield to be Call of Duty either, okay? Let's be completely clear here. But also, this idea that Battlefield is a tactical shooter is ridiculous. Please tell me what Battlefield game you consider to be a tactical shooter, because even if we're gonna tout Battlefield 3 as the prime example of an elite Battlefield experience, are you really going to sit here and tell me that Battlefield 3 was a tactical FPS shooter when there's the rendezvous going on, bro? Like, are you serious? Battlefield has always been designed to be a game that portrays large-scale warfare in a fun and immersive way. I would say that the way a Battlefield game should feel in terms of gameplay should be like right in between a Call of Duty game and a milsim like Arma or Squad. And everyone's been having like a hard time trying to pinpoint like what a Battlefield game is supposed to feel like, but to me it's easy. I got it. Battlefield games are supposed to feel like you're playing a war movie, like Saving Private Ryan, like gritty, authentic, explosive, but not super tactical, slow, and hard to watch. You know what I mean? Like, give me the big set pieces, give me the vehicles, and the authentic looking soldiers from Arma, right? And then give me a little bit more of the forgiving and beginner friendly movement system that's closer to, okay, not all the way, closer to Call of Duty, and bam, that's a Battlefield game. My opinion is this: sliding should be in the next game, but more importantly than that, the next game just needs a good authentic movement system, okay? And sliding does not ruin a movement system, again, unless it's completely cracked and broken. I believe in giving the players more options to increase their skill gap. Don't make the slide broken. In fact, I would be totally okay with a very small cooldown timer on the slide, or maybe like some kind of penalty, right? So you can't just spam it. I am 100% okay with that. But removing sliding entirely makes no sense, and in my opinion would make the game worse, because now, because of you guys, I have less options to figure out how to get into cover or escape from a grenade or counter some guy that's been sitting in the corner of a building all match. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you're outraged, dude. It's just in the wrong spot. I promise you. Like, you're mad. I understand. It's in the wrong spot. It's not about sliding, bro. It's really not. Here's the deal. Most of us have not played the new game. Those who have aren't the ones complaining about the sliding. Even David Serland commented on this topic on Twitter and mentioned how you really need to play the game to feel the movement system and all the layers of gameplay it provides, which, duh, you know what I mean? We all can agree we want a good Battlefield game, okay? Like I said, regardless if the next game has sliding or not, I'm going to be playing it, but to get so mad about such an insignificant little thing like sliding in a game is absolutely ridiculous. and you're ending up making the movement system worse and more limited in my opinion, and you haven't even played the game. Oh man, okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I bet some of you guys are going to disagree with me. That's fine, okay? But please just leave a comment so I can engage with you. Like I said, you might even change my mind. I am an open-minded person, and I would love to hear your point of view on this. But yeah, I am bracing myself for a fucking insane comment section on this one. If you are enjoying the content though, again, make sure to subscribe. We are all just slowly going insane for this new game. It can literally not release quick enough, but I'm gonna keep it coming with more Battlefield videos, and I really do appreciate the support from you guys. It's been amazing. Until my next video, my name is Sam. Have a good one. Bye.